together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today, small card. It won't be a hour and 40-minute show, probably. But we do have two games in the NHL, one singular NBA game, and then we get 6 baseball games, and that's it. So light card. I actually don't hate these light cards, especially with baseball, because it allows you to dive deeper into each game, kind of type of thing. And I think I generally do better with the smaller cards. So we'll see how that does today. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. 1 went right, 1 went wrong in the world of sports betting. Overall, slight down day. It was just one of those days where, I mean, a couple things could have been tweaked a different way, and obviously things would have been better, but it is what it is. Baseball went 5-6, down 1.58 units. Baltimore, Toronto, first 5 under 3.5, never in doubt. Totally didn't have, I think, like 4 different innings or 4 different half innings with bases loaded in that. And I think the only runs were a solo shot and a 2-run double or something like that. Pittsburgh, Milwaukee, first 5 under 4.5 was dead pretty quick. Actually, it was 0-0 heading into the third, and the Milwaukee, I think, put up 6 runs in the third inning. Detroit Tigers -1. They lose 2-0. That was pretty poor there, as they lose the series. No, they didn't lose the series. Never mind. They went 1-1. Went 1-1-1 on the -1 line is what it was. In that series against Miami. Washington, Chicago, first 5 under 4 was a winner. I should have left Washington off my card. Chicago as a -140 favorite should have been all we needed to know in that game, but it is what it is. Colorado, San Diego, first 5 under 4. I was trying to decide between Colorado first 5 or first 5 under, and I went with first 5 under, and that did not work. So that was not a good game there. Tampa Bay, Boston, first 5 under 4 did come through. I did lean Tampa Bay a little bit in that game, didn't pull the trigger on it though, and they got the job done. Cleveland Guardians failed to complete the sweep. Houston Astros run line, they win 3-0. Not an easy run line winner there, but it is what it is. I end up using the Astros because I moved money around and I didn't have anything in my DraftKings, so I moved money around whatever so I can throw a couple bucks on the up 2 promo, and I end up just doing Astros -250 and it cashed in the first inning. So there was that. Giants get the job done +120 winner there, and then the Chicago Atlanta over 9 finishes 7-1. It came up a run short. I really did wonder why that line moved towards the over. The market was moving towards the over, and in the first couple innings, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Chicago scored like 3 in the first. I was like, awesome. This should nope. Okay. And then I lost my first, and then WNBA lost my first WNBA play of the year. Sparks +5, they lose by 11. And then finally, Tim, I won a hockey play. I had Colorado first period, which was the push. Never felt more like a win. As Arturi Lehkonen scores a power play goal with 0.6 seconds left in the period. So that was nice. So I pushed that, and then they won the full game +130. We head back to Denver, Game 6. Win Game 6. Anything can happen in Game 7. Let's go Abs. But yeah, overall 6-7-1 down 1.38 units yesterday. Hoping today is a better day. We've had, I think, a couple losing days in a row. I need to get off the skid. Maybe a small card will do that.
Maybe. I will be completely honest. It was ugly yesterday. Because I'll quickly. Our winners yesterday was the under in the the Red Sox game, and the Colorado Rockies +218. our 10 losers. Tigers, Nationals, BHA, the over in the Atlanta game, the Atlanta United, Minnesota Twins, the Dallas Wings miss covering by the hook, Cleveland, Oklahoma City loses outright by double digits, and the Sparks. It was not a fun day yesterday at all. We were down 7.34 units. It bounced back on a very small slate today. I know I'm going to have a bunch of college baseball that I'm super excited for because we are in the last weekend of the college baseball season. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, we have some good matchups, including one of the matchups is UNC in Duke. So that looks like a fun matchup. I think we'll see how that series goes. But
I think Duke takes 2.
It's in Duke, so
that's why I said Duke takes 2. Yeah.
But Nick, if you want to head to the chat, I'm quickly going to be typing up all my college baseball plays in just a second, and then we can jump into the card.
Yeah, I'm currently. I saw one of my group chats put this in play up that I was already looking at. Yep, I'm definitely betting this. Okay. For the first game we'll talk about, I'm actually going to put a little bit more than I usually do on it. There we go. Cool. All right. Yeah, let's head over to the chat, and then we'll get into it there. Lots of college baseball today. Yep. The big boys showed up for the Avs. It was about damn time. Games 2 through 4, all of them had a combined, I think, 3 points, and they're like negative 15. About damn time. McCarr showed up. McKinnon showed up. Rantanen, even though Rantanen had that really bad tripping penalty with about 2.5 minutes to go, which put Dallas on a 6-on-4. Great kill there at the end of the game. Yeah. NFL schedules out for the Minnesota. It's all out for everybody. And I saw the opening week 1 matchup for those Minnesota Vikings. They're on the road and they're 1-point dogs. I'll likely be taking the opposite side. They're 1-point dogs to the Giants week 1. Probably the under is probably the better play for that. But that being said, we're not looking at football yet. It's
no, we are not.
Yeah, I've still got 2.5 weeks before I look at football. CFL starts in 2.5 weeks.
We're talking about real football here, Nick?
Yes, I am talking about real football.
No, that's Canadian football.
Yes, I'm aware. Yes, I like Canadian football. It's fun. But let's get into some hockey in this game here. We have the New York Rangers, and nope, I totally messed that one up.
Rangers against the Avalanche. That should be a good game.
I'm foreshadowing here. It's the Stanley Cup. No, I'm just kidding. Let me type in there. I wouldn't mind. See, that wouldn't be the worst Stanley Cup possible because I would still get my Avalanche futures in. But yeah, we had the New York Rangers and the Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes minus 165 favorites. We're seeing actually dropped this line drop a little bit though. Total 5.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history. Line opened up at a 167 for these Hurricanes. It's down to a 157 now. So we've had a 10-cent line movement here towards the Rangers. And the line opened up at a 5.5 plus 102. It's now a 5.5 at plus 104. So we've had a move towards the over. A move towards the under and a move towards the Carolina Hurricanes. 82% of the tickets and 80% of the cash is on the over in this game. 66% of the tickets, 60% of the cash is on the Hurricanes in this game with the line moving towards the Rangers. This is the third attempt the Rangers have had at trying to close out these Carolina Hurricanes. The Rangers, so far this series, have scored at least 3 goals in all but the last game, where they were held to 1 goal in Game 5 in that 4-1 loss. They had so many opportunities and a couple missed penalties and things along those lines where they could have easily done that. I'm on the Rangers plus 140. I also grabbed the Rangers team total over 2.5 at even money. That's stunned me. That was a 2.5 at even money. This is the only 2 plays I have coming into the card here. Rangers money line, Rangers team total over 2.5. I doubled down on the Rangers. I really like them to close it out in this spot. We saw this kind of similar to last year when the Golden Knights went up 3-0 on the Stars came back and won the next two before Vegas shut the door in their face. And I think that we could see the Rangers shut the door in the Hurricanes' face tonight. This is the 5th attempt we've had this playoff so far in the second round of a closeout game. Teams are 0-4 closing out so far. Rangers have lost 2. The Stars lost last night. The Panthers lost the night before. Will we finally see elimination in the second round here? I saw a stat. This is the first time that all 4 second round games have gone at least 6 games since 2017. So not very common that we see all the series with both teams winning at least 2 games. It will be Frederik Andersen in net against Igor Shesterkin. I see the goaltending advantage with New York. I see special teams in favor of New York here. I think we get a game where if you're the Rangers, you're not going to go 0 for 3 on the power play again. This is a team that's gone 0 for 8 on the power play in the last 3 games. So that's probably why they're 1-2 in those games, is because they're not scoring on the man advantage. And that's why I kind of like the Panthers, if the Panthers make it past the Bruins, to take care of the Rangers pretty easily, is because they stay out of the box a decent amount. And the Rangers 5-on-5 are not that good. So I am on the Rangers. I got them plus 140, and I got the team total over 2.5 at even money. I'll look for, hopefully this will be the last game that I have to sit and root for the Rangers. You're muted.
Yeah, I'm muted. I'm sorry. I think you're going to get at least one more, and then you might have to get another series of Ranger hockey, of Hurricane hockey. I think Hurricanes come all the way back. And when it comes to it, I think this is the game that they're going to sweat the least on. And then game 7 will be crazy. I would go Carolina puck line here. We've seen Carolina kind of flip a switch after going down 3-0. And can we can honestly look at this series and we could say, man, this series should be over already. And the Hurricanes should already be in the Eastern Conference Finals. Because 2 of those losses were overtime losses. Flip those around, all of a sudden it's 4-1 Canes, and you're looking and going, wow, that series did not go the way you expected it. This is just I don't know, this is a lot closer of a series than people think. And at the end of the day, I still think Carolina has a shot to win the series. And I still have my Carolina plus 950 to win the series, to win the cup. So I'm still going to ride out the Hurricanes here. I think they bring it back to New York for game 7. That's exactly what the NHL. That's exactly what the NHL wants. You get a pick'em game in Game 7. It back in New York, electric atmosphere between the 2 best teams, arguably in the Eastern Conference.
No, the Panthers are better than both these teams. I will say that with extreme confidence. I will put a decent amount of units down if the Hurricanes
statistically and based on the numbers, these are the top 2 teams in the Eastern Conference. 114 points, 111 points, and then Panthers had 110. So, no, these are the 2 best teams in the Eastern Conference right now.
I mean, if you look at the basic stats, yes, they had more points in the regular season than them. Yes. Okay. If you look at the basic stats, yeah.
All right, yeah, I'm basic stats, whatever. I think Carolina brings it to 7. That's exactly what they want.
I think they'll get a game 7 in a couple other series, and not this one.
That's fair. Back to the chat, Nick.
There we go. There we go. Morning, Earle's in chat. What's good, Stop Geo? Morning, guys. What's good, Fernando? Canes money line, Aho 2 points, Gunsel goal, same game parlay plus 725. Jarvis goal, Sveshnikov assist. Stats pod, JD Martinez over 1.5 bases plus 148. I remember somebody asked for a home run prop yesterday, and I said JD Martinez. And
I said Adley Rutschman.
Home run felt. You said, oh, nice. There you go. Wow, we need to bet more home run props then. I think we gave out 3 players, and 2 of them hit home runs. Unfortunately, mine was basically Chris Paul hits a 3 to cut the lead down to 40 type of moment. But yeah. Teravainen point. So nobody on the Rangers here. Okay. Agree with Tim. I mean, I mean, the Rangers have choked the first 2 games. I mean, they're totally going to choke the rest of the series. Let's get into the other. We'll get into the other matchup here with the Edmonton Oilers and the Vancouver Canucks. The Oilers minus 140 favorites, total 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot, where it opened up at a minus 150 for Edmonton, and it's down to a 140. Mine opened up at a 6 at plus a 6.5 plus 106. It's a 6.5 plus 107. So a 1 cent line movement towards the under, and a move towards the Canucks. 49% of the tickets and 61% of the cash on the Canucks. Does make sense that the line is moving towards them. 77% of the tickets and 79% of the cash on the over, with the line moving towards, with the line really not moving. I think it's been a cent towards the under in this game. I've not moved on this one yet. I have Oilers series minus 105 in my back pocket. I would love to see the Oilers go up 3-2 in this series and bring it back to Edmonton with the chance to close it out in 6. I don't know if it's the greatest spot to back Edmonton. I'll watch this game, and maybe Edmonton team total is the way to go. I'll sit back and watch this game. I don't know if I'll have any action on it though. And I think my series prop is good enough for me at the moment. If I do add anything, it's a team total over with the Edmonton Oilers. But for me, the only official plays I'll probably have for today are Rangers. So I'm going to be on the Rangers here. I have Oilers series, but I mean, if I had to bet this game, it would be Oilers minus 1, maybe a team total over. I don't think I'm going to get involved with this one now.
I like the Canucks still. I know a lot of people were heavy on the Oilers, including yourself, to win the series. I was on the other side. I really like this Vancouver team, but I've been high on them all year, and the lines actually looks like it's moving a little bit towards them. But this is, it's just a Vancouver team that I kind of trust right now. They're playing really good playoff style hockey, and it's not even with any of their big guys. It's Silvos, who's been fantastic in keeping them in games and stuff. So I like Vancouver to keep it rolling and slow down this big Edmonton team that I know in the beginning of the year I had them really high up, but Vancouver just looks really good right now.
Yeah, and here's the crazy thing with the Vancouver, which I'll give them credit for, is they're doing all this, and one of their top paid players has been completely non-existent in this series. Mm-hmm. I mean, we've seen practically nothing from Elias Pettersson in this series. I just don't think he's a playoff style hockey player, but yeah. So I could see Vancouver getting this game at home here, and then Edmonton wins game 6, and we're back in Vancouver for game 7. It's just I just don't feel the need to bet this game.
No.
If I do, it's Edmonton minus 1, or yeah. Let's see. Forgot to say good morning. Had a great night yesterday. Let's keep it going. There you go. Yeah. Oilers money line, Hyman goal, McJesus 3 points plus 475. This is the way I would approach this game, actually. Player props. If you like the Oilers, I mean, Bouchard, I won't talk anybody off of Bouchard, Hyman, McDavid, Draisaitl. Like any of those guys have been awesome this series. Nugent Hopkins has actually been pretty good as well. So I think the best way to approach this is just player props, probably. Bouchard assists and over 2.5 shots. There you go. McJesus over 3.5 shots. Ryan Nugent Hopkins assists. Yeah, maybe like a Nugent Hopkins assist with the Draisaitl goal. Because if Draisaitl scores, it's probably a Nuge assist. So over 6.5. That's another good way to look at it. Last game did go under the total. It was a 3-2 game. I don't see the Canucks holding down Edmonton offensively for that long. But with that being said, only the Rangers for me in the NHL at the moment. Let's get into the NBA. I don't know if I'm moving on this game or not. Let's get into it here. We have the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're 2.5-point favorites. with a total of 204.5 in this game. Line opened up at a 2.5. It got down all the way to a 1.5. It's gone back to a 2.5. So we've had really no line movement on the side here. Line opened up at a 206. It's down to a 205. Line moves towards the under here in this spot. Let me switch this over towards NBA so I can get the NBA numbers here, where we have 69% of the tickets, nice, and 60% of the cash is on the Nuggets here in this game, on the spread. We have 39% of the tickets and 66% of the cash on the money line for the Nuggets, though. I think if you like the Nuggets, you just take the money line. Forget the 2.5 points. Just take the money line if you like it here. 94% of tickets, 93% of cash on the over, and the line moving towards the under. We did see the first two games in Minnesota go over the total. Denver shot way better in this series in general. They've shot way better in Minnesota than they have in Denver. Because in Denver, they scored 99, 80, and 112. And the two games in Minnesota, 117, 115. Hopefully the next time we see the Denver Nuggets, it'll be game one at home probably against the Mavericks. Because I don't know if Oklahoma City comes back in that series. But hey, for me, if you're looking to bet this game, the only way I can look is money line with the Nuggets, and maybe an under. Let's take a look here. The line has moved towards the Timberwolves money line wise as well. This market's confusing me a little bit. I would like to bet the Nuggets. I would have preferred the line move towards the Nuggets though, or stayed at that 2 or 1.5. Buyback on the T-Wolves kind of makes me a little bit nervous. I have plus 110 with them to win the series. So I have investments into these games, even though it may not be on this individual game. I practically have plus 110 with the Nuggets anyway, for them to win the series at the moment. So I have a money line of plus 110 for them. And if they lose this game, I have a money line for the next game without losing a bet on this one. So I'm staying off this one. I will let my series prop ride. I would only play the Nuggets in this game. What's your thoughts on this one?
I took two things. I took the Nuggets and I took the over. That's what we've seen the first two games of this series, and I see the series ending like this. This is a totally different Nuggets team than what we saw game 1 and game 2. And they've kind of proven it, because since Denver has taken over the series, 3 wins, 3 overs. And I don't think the books are necessarily adapting to it as well, because they're still giving us a really, really low total. So I'm on the Nuggets. I'm on the over. I think the series is closed out tonight. And I think Denver's next game that they have to worry about is in the Western Conference Finals. And if Minnesota wanted a chance in the series, it would have had to have been getting up 3-0, or at least taking one game at home. I don't see them taking a game at home this entire series. Sign me up for the Nuggets to close out the Timberwolves tonight at home in Minnesota.
There you go.
Wolves money line. Anthony Edwards, 35 points. Gobert and 12 plus rebounds. Yeah, I know you're constantly going after the Wolves. How's that been working out for you? I'll wait. I'll have to wait on Conley's status. If he plays, possibly get a better line with the Nuggets. First point scorer, Michael Porter Jr. It's not a bad option. T-Wolves team total over. No. Nuggets doesn't want this series to go 7. Nuggets or nothing. Yes, although it would be at home. No, they do not want the series to go 7 games. Let's head to this humongous baseball card, which I think I might have 1 or 2 plays for.
Yeah. Let's get it started here with a little daytime action. This game starts at 1 o'clock with the Minnesota Twins and the New York Yankees in this game here. Twins minus 115 home favorites, total 8 in this game. As I'm currently loading up the line history in this one here between Clark Schmidt and Joe Ryan, where we have the Twins opening up as minus 120 favorites. It's down to a 116. So we've had a couple of cent line movement here towards the Bronx Bombers. Line opened up at an 8 at minus 115, and it's down to an 8 at minus 113. So a 2 cent line movement towards the under and about a 4 cent line movement towards the Yankees in this game. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this spot here. where we have 50% of the tickets and 99% of cash is on the Yankees with the line moving in that direction. 53% of the tickets, 55% of the cash is on the over with the line moving slightly towards the under. Not overly not an overly crazy under spot there. Usually I like to see up in the 60s or 70s percentage wise on the over with the line moving towards the under to really convince me on an under. Clark Schmidt and Joe Ryan. This is kind of an interesting total because these two pitchers have pitched actually pretty well. The offenses have been pretty good, though. Clark Schmidt, 2.45 ERA, 1.15 whip the last 30 days, 10.36 strikeouts per nine, which is 29%, 3.27 walks per nine, a 3.01 BABIP, but 3.89 FIP, and a 3.40 SIERA. On the flip side, Joe Ryan, 3.22 ERA, 1.05 whip, 10.16 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%, 1.24 walks per nine, a 2.98 BABIP, a 3.10 FIP, and a 2.91 SIERA. Bullpen edge does go towards the Twinnies here, and the hitting edge does go towards the Yankees here. 134 WRC plus, which is number 2 in baseball against righties, compared to 116, which is 5th. For me, my lean is the Yankees, maybe a Yankee first 5. Seeing all that money on the Yankees, though, is a little concerning. I would only look Yankees in this game, though, probably Yankee Earle, and maybe a first 5 under, but not a game I'm particularly interested in. Feel like this line is a little low, so that kind of keeps me off of that. But yeah, it would be Yankees or nothing for me in this game.
I kind of lean Twins, but I'll be honest, this slate's kind of garbage. I will say Clark Schmidt, and this is why I'm going to stay off the game. The Yankees are 7-1 when Clark Schmidt pitches this year, so they have been quite good. And their only loss was to the Baltimore Orioles, which is not a bad loss. Which I believe actually that doesn't even put him in the top. He's not even in the. They don't even have him in for the starting pitcher money. They don't even have him anywhere near it. I guess they just don't have him in the list. Because currently the number 1 pitcher in terms of pitcher profit rankings is Trevor Williams.
Yeah,
who is 7-1, up 9.59. Second place is Ranger Suarez.
Clark
Schmidt's 9th. There we go. Clark Schmidt is 9th in terms of pitcher profit ranking. I'm just going to stay away from this game. Just because it's the early game doesn't mean you have to bet it. I'm probably not going to get to a lot on today's card just because I have a bunch invested in the NBA and a lot invested in college baseball today. So not as big of a MLB day for me, Nick.
Fair. We'll move to the...
Hello, Tim. Hello, Nick. How are you guys? Astros get it done. Getting ready for the game tonight. There you go. Either of y'all up getting a bonus bet on Fanatics? I bet micros, and I got $5 yesterday. I figured you guys get a decent chunk of change. I'm actually not on Fanatics. I need to get on there.
Yeah, I was able to get a jersey because I bet enough on Fanatics in order to do that. I did get a $5 bonus bet yesterday. Unfortunately, I used it on the Nationals money line. So, but yeah, I did get a $5 bonus bet yesterday. Today, there are a couple bonuses. There's Carolina versus – oh, no, this is a Carolina exclusive one. I bet $25 on I place a $25 wager on the Rangers Hurricanes game, money line, spread, or same game parlay, and get $10 in fan cash if the Hurricanes score 3+ goals. I don't think they score 3+ goals.
Twins run line. I'm gonna max my up to 2 on the Yankees. I have more money than mine. Good luck, dude. Over 204.5 with the Nuggets game. Yes. Fever. Yes. Joe Ryan has the highest ERA at home, and Clark Schmidt had a great last game. Clark Schmidt's been great all year. I like the first 5 under 4.5 and the under 8.5 in general in this game. Don't hate it. Twins are gross. Yankees run line. Cannot trust Joe Ryan first 5 under. Tim, any thoughts on Christian Javier pitching for the Astros? Nope. None. Let's head to the next game, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets. The Phillies looking for the 4-game sweep over the Mets, where 2 of them were in Citi Field, 2 of them were in Citizens Bank Park. Line opened up at a 155, though, immediately dropped to a 143, and since then it's continued to drop all the way down to a 135, suggesting that the Mets are a live dog in this game. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 105. It's now an 8.5 plus 105, so a 10-cent line movement towards the under. 71% of the tickets, 62% of the cash is on the over, with the line moving towards the under. 85% of the tickets and 92% of the cash on the Phillies, with the line dropping towards the Mets. So we have public on the Phillies, the line moving towards the Mets in this game, which is kind of interesting. Let's take a look here. Quintana and Walker. Quintana, 6.66 ERA, 5.61 strikeouts per nine, which is 14%, 3.51 walks per nine, a 3.06 BABIP, a 5.11 FIP, and a 4.81 SIERA. On the flip side, Taijuan Walker, 4.82 ERA, 1.34 WHIP, 7.23 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 1.93 walks per nine, a 3.27 BABIP, a 5.3 FIP, and a 4.46 SIERA. Bullpen edge does go towards the Mets. Hitting edge goes towards the Phillies, 126 WRC plus, which is 7th against lefties, compared to the Mets even 100, which is 13 against righties. The Mets do hit righties better than they hit lefties. This market tells me that Quintana pitches well in this game, with the public on the over, the line moving towards the under. So it is a lean towards the first 5 under for me in this game. And this is actually around the price range. I don't mind it. Both these teams kind of do scare me offensively, though. The Phillies, I think, could put up some runs in this game, but the markets are suggesting they don't. It'd be a lean Mets money line. It'd be a lean first 5 under. I don't know if I'm getting involved with either of those, though.
I want nothing to do with the Mets. You're not getting me to do anything in terms of wanting to bet the Mets. And this one's going to be another kind of just stay away spot. So I guess you could. Has Taijuan Walker faced the Mets since he's left? I feel like he has.
Yeah, plenty of times.
Yep,
a few times.
Yeah, I figured that. I want to stay away from this game. I feel like the Phillies end up sweeping the Mets, but they just seem very public today. So not going to be anything I'm going to jump in and get involved with. So I think I might have a play in one of the games today, but ultimately I'm not really overly invested.
Fair. I know I'll have a double up on one game, so I'm not overly worried on getting invested on every game.
Okay. Can you look up who's pitching for Oakland? Nope. Okay, it's Joey Este. Rangers solo over 8-1 in playoffs. Interesting turn.
Yeah. The only one that they didn't was last game. So yeah, I'm gonna go over the 2.5.
Kind of like the over despite the market, even though this type of fade has been a death sentence.
Yeah, I don't like going against markets in the MLB because markets know way better than we do when it comes to baseball.
Yep. Morning, gentlemen. Morning, Untouchable. Kind of want to learn the opposite of what lean the opposite of what I played yesterday. First 5 over 3.5, and it went under 4.5 in the Royals game. Kind of want to take the plus money. There you go. We've got a couple games left, Nick.
Yeah. We have the Boston Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays. What a fun series this has been. Let's get into it here. We have Zach Littell versus Cooper Criswell, your pitching matchup here. Line opened up with the Red Sox as minus 110 favorites. It's now minus 106. So we've had a 4-cent line movement here towards Tampa. This line opened up at an 8.5. It went down to an 8, and now we're starting to see 7.5s pop up. So we do have a decent move towards this under here. With 62% of the tickets and 58% of cash on the under. So that explains the line movement towards the under. 52% of the tickets, 68% of the cash coming on the Red Sox. We get the lines moving towards the Rays in this game as well. So kind of an interesting line, interesting market for this game here. We have Criswell and Littell. Littell has been good. 3.99 ERA, 1.26 WHIP, 9.2 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%. 0.61 walks per nine at 368 BABIP, but 2.75 FIP and a 3.15 SIERA. On the flip side, Criswell, I want to see, is he somebody who will give me more than like 5 innings? Is he somebody who'll give you at least 5 innings, or is this more of a bullpen game for the Red Sox?
He'll give you 4 to 5. He'll give you 4 to
5 innings. Okay. He's gone 5 innings. That's all I was really looking for.
Yes, he's gone 5 innings.
2.10 ERA, 1.01 WHIP, 8.77 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%. 1.75 walks per nine, a 258 BABIP, a 3.94 FIP, and a 3.30 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Red Sox, and the hitting edge goes towards the Red Sox here as well. 105 WRC plus, which is 8th, compared to 98, which is 14th. Tricky game. I would lean first 5 under, probably, with the way the market's moving in this game. I'm more interested in Tampa Bay, I think, than I am a side or a total in this game. And it would be Tampa first 5 in this game, where you can get Tampa first 5 minus 110 on BetMGM. I'm actually really interested. I'm gonna move on that. I'm gonna have my first play of the card here. Tampa first 5 for me in this one. I really do like Zach Littell. He's somebody who has pitched really well this year, and I don't want anything to do with the Rays bullpen, even though I believe it is getting a little bit better as of late.
It is.
I still don't like messing with their bullpen, which has been one of the worst in baseball this year. It should be much better than it actually is. So maybe we'll be able to trust their bullpen in a little bit, but I don't think now is the time.
I was kind of looking towards an under in this game. Both these two teams, especially Boston. Boston's been a heavy under team as of late. They've gone under in 9 out of their last 10 games. So this has been a Boston team that's done really well pitching-wise, and kind of something I want to look towards backing again. I know you lean Tampa. I kind of lean Boston in this game. I think Boston has a problem, can come out and at least take this is a 4-game series. So I do think Boston wins this game. I want to look towards them. I want to look towards the under in this game because I like this pitching matchup. And bullpens don't really bother me. I would take the under 8 in this game as well.
Good luck. I got Rays first 5 minus 110 over on BetMGM.
Okay. Was an okay day yesterday. Started off decent with the Orioles and then the Rockies, and then it was rough. It's who do you call it? Joey Este. We'll talk about the game in 2 games. Ray is hit for me yesterday. I missed on the under 8. I saw it this morning. I'm done with that series. I can't get it. I can't get the side or total right when I bet it. That's fair. Ray's first 5 in the under. Nerfy in the Mets game. I could see that. Nerfy 2-teamer Mets game and Cubs game. I could see that as well. Did you hear about the Blanco? Yes, he got suspended. Canes first period and Ranger full game. I could see that.
I can absolutely see that. If you like the Hurricanes, I don't think a first period looks bad because you get the excitement. You get that crowd in Raleigh going early, get the momentum early, maybe win the first 20 minutes, but then the Rangers are such a good third period comeback team. I think they can come back and win it.
There you go. Under 4 first 5, figured push at worse. Do you know who's playing college baseball today? I need to know. There's a lot of teams playing today in college baseball. Basically everybody, because after this, there's conference tournaments and then regionals and stuff. Selection Sunday is not this Sunday, but the following one. So,
holy shit!
Yeah, we've got 3 games left, Nick, in the MLB.
Yeah, we have the Chicago Cubs and the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Cubs minus 130 favorites in this game with a total of 7.5. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here. Fun matchup here. Really, really like this matchup. Jared Jones and Justin Steele. Line opened up at a 130. It's down to a 120. So a line movement here towards Pittsburgh. And line opened up at a 118 for 7.5. It's down to a 115 for 7.5. Let's take a look at this cash flow here. 82% of the tickets and 80% of the cash is on the over in this game with the line moving towards the under. That definitely appeals to the under there. 83% of tickets, 91% cash on the Cubs, and the line moving towards the Pirates suggests that the Pirates are a very live dog in this game, and Jared Jones pitches well. Jared Jones has been awesome. 1.86 ERA, 0.83 WHIP, 9.62 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%, 1.59 walks per nine, a 217 BABIP, a 3.33 FIP, and a 2.96 SIERA. On the flip side, Justin Steele has kind of struggled since coming back from his injury because he's Let me take a look what he did. He did just face this Pittsburgh team. Gave up 6 earned runs on 6 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 4 innings pitched. That was the debut of, who do you call it?
Sneaks.
Paul Skeens, yeah. On the opposite side there. And then previously he had 4 2/3 of shutout baseball against the Padres. He hasn't gone far in games. It's the one thing that I've noticed with Steele this year. Jared Jones, I believe he just faced this Cubs team too, which I think may end up keeping me off the under with these two. I hate taking unders, but two pitchers who just faced the same lineup just 5 or 6 days before. Jared Jones looked pretty good. 2 earned runs on 7 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 6 innings pitched. I would only like Pirates in this game. The bullpen edge goes slightly towards Pittsburgh, so I think it would be a Pittsburgh full game here. Hitting edge goes towards Pittsburgh as well. They hit lefties better. 109 WRC plus, which is 13th, compared to 93, which is 18th. I know I'm very high on this Chicago Cubs team. I don't think this is a Cubs spot today. I think they're a little bit overvalued with Justin Steele. Kind of an interesting little tidbit here. The wind is not crazy in this game. 7-mile-an-hour winds blowing out. It's a 7.5. Usually, I would say this is an under because it's 8 or below in Wrigley Field, so it should be an under. I just don't know about this game. I just don't. I'm very, very interested in the Pittsburgh Pirates in this game, and I think I'm going to move on Pittsburgh in this game on the money line at plus 110.
I'm interested in the other side. I like the Cubbies here. And we're getting them at kind of a shorter price, but I'm all right with that. They're coming off of losing a series to Atlanta. And this is a Pittsburgh team that they've been pretty good against in the past. Jared Jones has been very promising this season, only allowing 14 earned runs in 47 innings pitched. So he has been stellar. That being said, I think Justin Steele, I think that this would be the perfect team for him to kind of bounce back against. I do like the Cubbies in this one, and I think Justin Steele has a good game.
Yeah, there's also a Pirates team that hits lefties way better than they do righties, though. So
that's fine. I had a vision that the Nats versus Chicago White Sox would be 0-2, but since the day before it finished 0-3, thought nothing would hit, then it hit. There you go. As someone who doesn't like the Canes, that would be the perfect way for them to go out hot and then end in a whimper.
That'd be good, right?
I'm going to Tampa Bay because I went to the last field. Okay. Correct score would have paid you plus 3,000.
Jeez.
The Oilers day, Oilers money line over anytime goal. Hyman, anytime point. Bouchard. The lines dropped from the Cubs 135, 126. I kind of like the over. I can see the over.
Yeah, I think that line drop with the Cubs tells me that the Pirates are very live in this game. Very live in this game.
I can't believe I got to fade the Man of Steel. Yeah, I'm not fading the Man of Steel. I sprinkled the 2-teamer last night, Avs and Drysdale anytime goal. Both teams to score 1 run in 5 and in the 5th and 7th inning. Interesting. It's an interesting problem. Got 2 games left, Nick, and this is probably the last one I'll actually cap because the last game, I know here, we're going to bring up this game real quick because I know it's your minus 300 fade or whatever. Do you have a picture for the Reds? Because it was supposed to be Lodolo and he went on the IL.
I do have a picture. We will get into that. Oh, we want to do the Dodger game first?
Yeah, just run through the Dodger game because I'm passing because I didn't get to cap the game because I didn't have a picture for it. And I know you like to do your Dodger thing, so you could just talk over that real quick.
Yeah, this line opened up with the Dodgers is minus 290. It's now minus 315, and all my books are showing 300s. So this is a minus 300 fade. This is a Dodger fade. Then we have this line opened up in an 8 at -110. It's down to a 7.5, -118. Move towards the under. A move towards the Dodgers, but it brought into that -300 territory. 93% of the tickets, 96% of the cash is on the Dodgers, with the line moving towards the Dodgers. 60% of the tickets, 53% of the cash is on the over, with the line moving towards the under here. And this one kind of makes me lean a little Dodger team total under as well, which sounds extremely dangerous, but you're probably going to get like a 5.5 at plus money, or maybe even 6.5 in this game. This is pretty. And then we have Brent Suter against Tyler Glasnow. Yes, I'm well aware that this is a pitching mismatch at its best because it is a bullpen game for the Cincinnati Reds versus arguably somebody who can win the National League Cy Young this year. Glasnow, 2.73 ERA, 0.94 whip, 12 strikeouts per 9, which is 35%, 2.18 walks per 9, a 278 BABIP, a 2.4 FIP, and a 2.43 SIERA. Bullpen edge actually goes towards the Reds, and the hitting edge is a massive one towards the Dodgers. 125 WRC plus, which is third against lefties, which Brent Suter is a lefty, I believe. And then the Reds are 74 WRC plus, which is 26th in baseball. Regardless, this is the -300 fade for me. No team in baseball should be -300 versus anybody else. I will take the Reds money line, first 5 money line and full game money line. First 5 money line, I'm seeing plus 250 over on Bet365. And then full game money line, I'm seeing plus 275 on ESPN Bet. So I'll be on the Reds double up here in this one.
Good luck. To quote Joe, Fever money line no matter what. Yes, Fever today. Reds team total under and the run line for the Dodgers. Such a small slate. I think I'll use my DK promo on either the Reds or the Mets. Probably just use it on the
Reds. The Reds are a fun one because they're a big road dog.
There you go. And then Athletics money line. Well, that perfectly puts us into this.
Yeah. Let's get into it here. The Houston Astros ends the Oakland Athletics -200 for the Astros. Total of 9 in this game. The last game of the 4-game series, where I said heading into it, this is where the Astros turn it around and they complete a 4-game sweep over the Oakland Athletics. I ended up having a decent amount of money invested into this game last night because I added Houston money lines with stuff and things along those lines. So we have the Houston Astros. They did open up around -220. It's down to a 200. Line opened up at an 8.5. It's up to a 9. So we've had to move towards the over. We've had to move towards Oakland in this game here. 72% of the tickets and 70% of the cash on the under, my bad. And the line moving towards the over. That's really interesting. Usually it's the other way around where we have public on the over and the line moving towards the under. No. This has gone from an 8.5 to a 9 with the public on the under in this game here. That's really appealing for an over in this game. It's what it is. And then we have 89% of tickets and 89% of the cash on the Astros as well. We have Christian Javier and Joey Estes. Estes had a nice start in his last game where he went up against Seattle. His only start of the year. Yeah, in that 8-1 win. 1 earned run on 2 hits, no walks, 5 strikeouts, and 5 innings pitched. I did cash the over in that game because Oakland put up 8 runs. On the flip side, Christian Javier just came back. I believe he has just as many starts in the last 30 days as nope, my bad. He's had 2 starts. One was on April the 21st before he got hurt. Nope. It was on April 14th before he got hurt. So actually, he's had 1 start in the last 30 days. And he got lit up and smoked. 7 earned runs on 5 hits, 4 walks, 1 in the 3rd innings pitched against the Detroit Tigers. He had no fun in that game against the Detroit Tigers. And I look for potentially him to bounce back. But with that being said, this market move tells me that he gets hit again. And I am interested in this over. Very interested in this over. In this game with the line moving from 8.5 up to a 9 with the public on the under. Usually the public on the over, and the line moves in that direction, which this definitely gives me interest. And we're starting to see 9.5 pop up on one book, and ESPN Bet's giving me a plus 115 for the 9. But I will grab over 9, or my 9.5. I will grab over 9 minus 110 over on Bet365.
I don't think we're gonna have any baseball up on the site today, Nick, which is fine.
Really,
we'll have. Disagree on everything. Well, we don't disagree. I just didn't bet this game. So we'll end up having 4 plays up on the site, and that's perfectly okay. We don't need to have an MLB play. It's such a small slate. This is a stay away spot. Maybe a lean towards the Astros, but Christian Javier has come back after an injury, and it looked ugly against Detroit. I don't know if I can necessarily trust him here. I will say it's sad to see the Oakland Athletics start to go downhill again. They were 1 game away from being 500, or they're even 500. Now they're 7 games under, and I think they've lost 4 straight and 6 out of 8 or 6 out of 7. So rip to the Oakland Athletics. That's sad to see, but this team is going to start to struggle now. It would be Astros or nothing. It's going to end up being nothing today.
Yeah, the Oakland A's were a fun run for a little bit, but it's time for the real teams to take over, like Houston.
Okay. Dodgers hammered today. They haven't lost 3 straight in a while. Parlay the Dodgers and Astros. A lot of Reds players are sick since yesterday. Nobody for the Reds either. There's no way the big bad Dodgers lose 3 in a row.
Well, they've only lost 1 in a row, so that would have to be tomorrow.
Christian Javier, 7 runs. Yeah, 7 runs for Christian Javier. That's what I mentioned earlier. Never been a big fan of Christian Javier. Probably will pass on this again. I see a Yurfie in the Astro game. I could see that. Maybe the A's might be the other up 2 promo. I don't know. I don't know about that. Morning ESB. Woke up a little bit late. All good. It's kind of a short slate today. Kind of have to grab the over just because of how unusual the movement is. Yeah,
yeah.
Only a few good MLB plays today. I like the Panthers to finish on out on Bostonian. That's tomorrow.
Well, it's tomorrow, unfortunately.
Under 9 in the Astros run line. Hope to strike it rich by running the Golden Nuggets and the Oilers. Hopefully we get the Nuggets tonight. Yes. Because they haven't faced anyone good lately till now. I like your thinking. There you go. That is all the games for today. Very short slate, so that's okay. It's kind of like an off day. I saw ECU baseball game pictures of the field with all the numbers in the field.
Yeah, it's senior weekend.
Yep,
only 3 more guaranteed home games.
Yep. Which I could not. There was no line for the ECU game today, so it's kind of sad. But that is all the games for today. We'll go ahead and do some recapping and all that stuff before we head on out. I'll put up the other background. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate the support. Check out all the links in the description below. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. We're posting on all of those platforms every single day. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the YouTube channel, $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day. It's where you get all the plays that we put up on the picksandparleys.net website, along with my college baseball plays, which, yes, they're scrolling across the bottom, but I also put them on the member only just in case people miss it. So if you guys are interested in all those, you guys can check out that there. Right on. Yes. That was at the Duke game with my dad and the girls. Yes. Yep. Yes. Correct. My dad was there too. He's not allowed to go to any more ECU games though. They always lose when he goes. Yes, that was a fun game to be able to hang out with everybody. But that is going to recap. Sorry, forgot about that. I think the Canes forced it to game 7, and I like the Canucks today. Nuggets in the over, and then I'm going under in the Boston game, and I'm going Cubbies today. Nick?
Yeah, I did not play the Oilers game, but I'm on the New York Rangers money line plus 140 BetMGM. New York Rangers team total over 2.5 even money DraftKings. And the MLB, Tampa Bay first 5 minus 110 BetMGM. Pittsburgh money line plus 110 Bet365. Houston and Oakland over 9 minus 110 Bet365. Cincinnati Reds first 5 plus 250 Bet365. Cincinnati Reds full game plus 275 ESPN Bet.
There you go. JS Day, 2 games pitched, 7.2 ERA. He's only pitched 1 game this year. Oh, in 2023, my bad. In 2023, I got you. Oh, no more. Yes. The Vancouver Canucks. But that's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow with another one. Peace out, guys.